So the first part, we're going to look at patterns and figure out what comes next in the pattern. Okay? So if I give you the pattern 3, 6, 9, 12, what would come next? 15, then what? 18, then 21, okay? Easy, right? Let's try 8, 9, 10, 11. What would come next? 12, then
13,
then
14,
okay? Just coming up with the next 3. Make sure you're writing this down with us. What about 16, 21, 26, 31? Derek, why are you not writing this down? Then get out a piece of paper. There's no excuse to not be taking notes today. What comes next?
36,
36, then what?
42,
41, then
45, 46.
46. Okay, so it's easy to come up with the next couple terms, right? But what about if I ask you to come up with the 100th term of this sequence? Matthew, put your tray down. Am I going to want to count out 100 terms? No, I've only done 7 here. Even if I look at all of them, I've only done 21 of them. And I want to go up to 100? I don't want to take all that time to work that out. So, we are going to create a table to determine the algebraic expression for this sequence. So we're going to use the sequence that they give us, create a table, and then we're going to come up with the expression for it. So let's say I'm looking at the sequence of 3, 5, 7, 9. Eric, are you writing this down? So when I start with my table, I'm going to start with X and Y. And haven't we done X, Y tables before?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys just did one in board math. It was flipped the other way, but with board math, they gave us part of the numbers, and they gave us the expression. But now today, we're going to look at what if they just give you the numbers, and they want you to come up with the expression. Okay? So, the numbers from our sequence, we're going to fill in on the bottom part of our table. That's our Y. So our 3, 5, 7, 9. That's going to go on the bottom. So on the top, we want to look in our sequence, where does 3 fall? It's the first one, right?
Yeah.
So above the 3, we're going to put a 1. So what are we going to put above the 5?
2.
A 2. And above the 7?
3.
And above the 9? 4. Questions on how to set up the table. The numbers they give go on the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4 on top. Yes, unless they tell you differently. They may say starts at the 5th term of the sequence, then it would be 5, 6, 7, 8. But most of yours should be starting with 1. Okay? Now, to come up with my expression, I want to look and figure out what is my pattern going by. So from 3 to 5, I go by. From 5 to 7, 7 to 9, 2. So now whatever my expression is going by, I'm going to place it with my variable x. Okay, because here's my variable x. So I'm taking this x and plugging it in with what it is going by. So that's the start of my expression. But you always got to check. So if I check this, I'm saying I could take 2 times whatever this is and get this number. So let's check. What's 2 times 1?
2.
But I have a 3. So how could I get from 2 to 3? Add what? Plus what?
2.
Plus what? 1. 2 times 1 is 2. How do I get from 2 to 3? I add 1. But I need to check with all these. 2 times 2 gives me
4.
plus 1, 5. 2 times 3 plus 1,
7.
2 times 4 plus 1.
9.
Okay, so it works with all of them. So this is my expression. Let's try another one. They're like a function table, yeah. Let's try 5, 8, 11, 14. So what do I gotta start with?
5.
Before that, I don't have anything written down. My table, what starts my table?
X and Y.
X and Y.
Then line.
Okay, so I'm going to divide it into 4 sections. What's going to go on the top? 1, 2, 3, 4. What's going on the bottom?
5, 8, 11, 14.
Good. Questions so far?
No.
Now, how do I come up with my expression? What do I need to check first?
How much is it given by?
How much is it going by? So from 5 to 8, what am I going by?
3.
From 8 to 11
3.
and 11 to 14. What do I do with that 3? Multiply it by what?
1.
My x first, right? I gotta have that x in there. Remember, this x doesn't mean multiply anymore. It's a variable. Don't let that confuse you. Now I can check it. 3 times 1 is
3.
so how do I get to 5? Add 2. Isaiah, what do I get to add this time? 2. He was just reading my notes from his seat. Ready to try one by yourself? Try 6, 10, 14, 18. I'm going to give you a couple minutes. Miss Prano is not allowed to check. Yeah, no. I want you guys to try it because then I'm going to have you talk at your table in a minute to discuss and see who can understand it. Okay, so I'll give you a couple minutes to try it.